Hey guys, I'm here at the drive-in, and tonight is going to be, as promised, Super Pets and Elvis, and I am not excited about Elvis in the least, but I am going to watch it. I've heard good things about it. Even the concession stand girl is like, oh, that's a great movie, and I'm just like, nah, I don't care, I want to see Super Pets instead. But yeah, that's our two movies tonight, and in just a few seconds I'll be right back to let you know what I think about Super Pets. Alright, see ya. Hey guys, I just got done watching Super Pets, and I'll be honest with you, it was extremely cute. Let's just go ahead and give you the premise. The elevator pitch is basically Lex Luthor finds this big chunk of space rock that is orange kryptonite, which he thinks is actually going to give him superpowers. But what it really turns into is it gives the animals superpowers. We are introduced to an assortment of different characters that are all collected into one animal shelter. We got Ace, the dog. We have the turtle. I forget what the name of that is. We have a guinea pig that's in there. All sorts of animals. And they get infected with this orange kryptonite and become a super team. The plot continues where the super genius guinea pig becomes the supervillain of the movie. She infects Superman with kryptonite, setting up the rest of the plot where Krypto, unfortunately depowered by the same kryptonite, has to gather up the group of super pets to save Superman. Here's the strengths of the movie. As I thought it was super funny. There were a lot of parts in it that made me laugh out loud. I enjoyed that. But not only that, but not only was it funny, but there were moments that were kind of heartfelt and endearing. There were moments in this movie that actually made me feel for these characters, and I really, really enjoyed it. What were the downsides of the movie? It was written for kids. We're walking into a kid's movie, so we obviously knew that, but it was slightly predictable. But that's the only drawback I really can think of. It was a really solid movie, and I had a really good time with it. Now, let's just talk about some of the character actors. So, I believe Krypto was voiced by Dwayne Johnson. Kevin Hart is taking the lead and doing the voice of Ace the Bat Dog. Batman was played by none other than Keanu Reeves. And to be honest with you, it was a great voice acting job on that part. I never knew it was Keanu Reeves until the credits at the end. I thought that all the voice actors in this did a really good job. I really enjoyed this. There were a few characters that I didn't really gel with. There was a pig that its superpower was to grow. I didn't like that character all that much, to be honest with you. But it didn't really detract from my enjoyment of the movie. So just a numbered score, and then we're going to move on to Elvis. I'm going to go ahead. I really like this film. I'm going to give it a 90%. I really enjoyed it. I think it is worth your time. And to be honest, if I was trying to recommend this to an adult, I would say, maybe wait until it comes out on video and you can watch it. It's not really important to rush out, but if you have kids, I think your kids are really going to enjoy this movie, and I would really encourage you guys to go out and see this movie. One of my rants that I had, I think, my last video, we have to support quality movies. I think this is one of those quality movies that we really should support, so that we can get more of them. And just a little teaser, it might have just been trying to wrap up the whole movie in a nice little bow, and make it a nice little package. But I could swear that it actually hinted towards a sequel. So who knows? If it does well, maybe we'll get us Super Pets 2. I'm gonna go watch that if it does. Honestly, I really enjoyed this. I had a fun time with it. I thought it was well written, really funny, and heartfelt. That's it. So 90% is what I'm going to give this movie. We're moving on to Elvis, who the concession stand girl really recommended to me. I'm not so excited about it, but we're going to watch it and see what it turns out to be. All right, so in just a few seconds, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I think about Elvis. All right, see you in a few seconds. Bye.
To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Now it's showtime, folks. And you can be sure it's the best show in town. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Hey guys, I just got done watching Elvis. I knew this fact, and then I forgot it, and then I was reminded again that it's a Baz Luhrmann movie. Baz Luhrmann is responsible for some of my favorites. I love Romeo and Juliet. I thought that was a great movie, and I have a guilty pleasure for Moulin Rouge. It's not the greatest movie in the world. It's kind of a chick movie, and I like it. How does this compare to some of the other Baz Luhrmann movies out there? Well, let's just tell you right off the bat, this is a typical biopic. We get to see Elvis from kind of like the tent revival Elvis, all the way to the tacky rhinestone white suit Elvis that played in in Vegas, and eventually, unfortunately, died and ended his career in Vegas. As far as biopics go, I'll be honest with you, this didn't have any big surprises, no big reveals to it. It was not really a gripping movie. We all are familiar with this story, and if there were segments of parts of it that we weren't familiar with, it didn't break that mold. It seemed pretty logical. Like, oh yeah, he would be doing this right here. It wasn't groundbreaking as far as what I'm trying to tell you. So let's just go ahead and move on to how was the story presented to us? How was the acting? I'm so sorry. I don't know the actor's name that played Elvis. It was Austin something. I'll put it right over here. I really liked his performance as Elvis. I thought it was a really good homage to the Elvis that we know. And it wasn't like one of those cheap imitation Vegas Elvises that we get. It was, like I said, an homage. It was kind of an embodiment of Elvis, and I really bought his performance. The person I didn't buy, unfortunately, and I love this guy as an actor, Tom Hanks. It didn't work for me. I didn't buy it completely. His accent was just kind of wonky, and I don't know. I didn't buy him in that bat suit, and it just didn't look right. As far as I'm concerned, Tom Hanks is kind of the weakest link in that chain. Yeah, I don't know. Was I entertained by this film? It was interesting. I took some information away from this movie. I was entertained by learning about Elvis, even though I had known most of it. And the performances, well, here's the thing. The locations and the music were enough to entertain me, to keep me interested until the very end. I'll be honest with you, it was kind of a struggle at points. I was looking at the clock. But as in all fairness, it was a very serviceable movie. I did enjoy it, but as I grade most of my movies, I would like to, I like to look at rewatchability of this movie and how to dictate how much I enjoyed this movie. And to be honest with you, I'm never going to watch this again. I'm never going to watch this again. It was good for a first view. That's about it. So my suggestion is to rent it and stay at home. I would not rush out and see this movie. It wasn't that important, to be honest with you. There's a lot more entertaining, more exciting, and or drama-driven movies than this movie right here. Sorry, Mr. Baz Luhrmann, but I can't, with good conscience, really highly endorse this movie. It was good enough for a watch. And I would recommend doing that watch at home. As far as the grade goes, yeah, it was a very solid movie. But I was not thoroughly entertained by it. To be honest with you, I enjoyed Super Pets a lot more. I'm going to give it for the direction and the performances, at least for the guy that played Elvis, I would give it a 75. It is worth a watch, but it is not something that I hold special to my heart. So I'm sorry for all those Elvis fans out there that may watch my video. I'm not trying to insult the Elvis as a character. The movie didn't do it for me. So there you go. 75% is the best I am going to give this film. Wonder Pets, I enjoyed thoroughly, and I would totally suggest if you have a family to take that family in to watch that movie. It was totally fun. So just to sum up, Super Pets, great time, even for the adults. It had a lot of humor to it. It made me laugh out loud, and it made me feel in parts. It was a total 90%. Elvis, kind of a snore. It was just a 75. Good for a rental at home. Guys, that's it. That's my time at the theater, the drive-in theater. I don't know. I'm not really all that excited about any movies coming out, but I will definitely be watching something in the near future, so I will see you shortly. But until then, peace. On tonight. I'll talk to you guys later, and goodbye.